We'll see. All right, y'all ready to do this? You better be. Here we go. All right, so it's like I said, start by being on the floor, lay on your back. Here, I'm gonna pin my video. Just go ahead and take a few breaths. You can have your knees bent or you can have your legs straight, whatever feels best for your body. But what I like to do here is let the body be held by the floor. It's one of the important things here as we are getting into our bodies. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, let your bones rest on the floor. Let all the tension in your muscles go. So you're also taking an assessment here, kind of seeing how the center of your body feels, how your back feels. If there's any constriction in your breathing. So you're not doing anything fancy here yet. You're just breathing naturally, maybe breathing a little bit bigger than you normally would. Letting those exhales push out a little bit more than usual. One more nice deep breath like that. And now I want you to draw your navel down towards the floor and get the scoop going. And then if you can, I also take your hands and place them on your ribs, on the outside of your ribs there. And when you exhale, try to bring those ribs in a little bit more with your hands. Exhale, close it up. But when you inhale, let it open. When you exhale, scoop and close those ribs down. You're trying to close up the front. One more time. And exhale, close it up. Squeeze your bottom there. Good. All right, so now the little side-to-side stretch. So what I want you to do is, hopefully you can see this being on the floor. I'm going to keep my hips where they're at, but then I'm going to kind of wiggle and take one shoulder off the mat and then move my head, and I start to take just the head and the shoulders over, walk it over to one side, and then your arms up over your head, and just stretch out that right side. Try not to move your hips at all. Keep them where they're at and stretch it out. And then one more breath in. Exhale, close those ribs down nice and strong. And then let's go ahead and walk over to the other side. So you gotta push on your head to lift your shoulders. And then the opposite is you go over. It's a nice way to kind of inch over and then stretch out that left side and stretch. Go ahead, keep stretching that. Breathing big. You can take your right hand and grab onto your left wrist and stretch as well. And then bring yourself back to center. Great. Okay, so let's get ready for the 100. You're going to take your legs off the ground in the tabletop. You're going to crawl your hands away from you to bring your head up. Look at your navel. Get your pelvic floor muscles engaged. Extend your legs out, and let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're on your way. You're squeezing your bottom. You're going to turn your legs out to get your bottom to squeeze, and keep drawing the navel down. That's right. Your arms are long, your chest is open, your breath is smooth. Your toes are pointed. In fact, if you want to do a few like calf raises here, like flexing your ankles and pointing your toes in some type of fashion, then that could be a way to warm up the ankles. Keep pushing your back into the floor to bring your shoulder blades up off the mat. You got about 3 more breaths in, 3 more breaths out. Nice vigorous pumps with your arms. You're warming up your body. Keep driving the navel down and in. One more breath in, and then exhale all your air out and reach more. All right, bend your knees in, rest your head, and bring your feet to the floor. Yes, take a breath and let that settle. Then straighten out your legs out in front of you. Point your toes, heels squeeze, bring your arms up to the ceiling. Reach. Exhale, bring your arms behind. And then nice strong center, come on up and reach for your feet. Stretch and roll on back. You don't have to stretch it all out quite yet. Nice articulation down with your spine. Arms stretch behind, then inhale. Close up the front and push forward. Inhale, roll back, squeeze the inner thighs. Again, let's do 3 more of these and roll up. Stretching a little bit more this time. Go beyond your toes if you can. I'm not quite there. Roll on down, squeeze the bottom. 2 more, roll up. Now, make sure you don't go leaning with your shoulders either. Your arms are firmly connected to your side. And roll on down. Last time, best one. Get a good stretch first. and then you come up. Actually, let's do a little bonus one. So go to your 90 degrees, and then I want you to slowly roll down for the count of 10. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Your shoulders will touch on 1, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arms behind. Let's do that again. Slowly come up. So your arms are going to be first. So they're going to be 1, head up 2, shoulders 3, upper back 4, middle back 5, lower back 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just stay there and stretch. Yeah, that roll up changes when you do a little bit slower. All right, roll on down. Get the legs warmed up. Starting with the right leg. If you want to bend the left knee, you can, or keep it straight, whatever feels best. Hands behind the thigh. And let's check in with those hips. Make sure the hips are rolled forward, not tucked under. So actually, I like to put pressure. I try to tilt my hips forward and push my tailbone against the ground, and then the hands are the fulcrum, and let's extend a few times. Extend and bend. Feel that opposition. Your lower back muscles working against your hamstring. Your quads and hip flexors working against your hamstring. Let's do 2 more. Stretch it out. Make it worth it. Make it a nice stretch. Now leave it straight and rotate your ankle around and some rotating it to the right there, and then reverse, or whatever direction you want to go, as long as you even it out. All right, bend that knee, straighten out that left leg, and let's take the right knee over the body. I like to make a little platform for the arm first so I can rest, because you're trying to keep the right shoulder on the ground, and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, relax. And if you'd like more, you can take the shoulder off the ground and twist and get that nice stretch to the back, the glute, wherever you feel. The IT band sometimes gets a stretch here. And let's bring it over to the other side. All right, other leg up. Grab onto the back of the thigh and go ahead and start extending and bending. Go ahead and stand up and bend. Extend up and bend. 2 more times. And leave that last one straight. Make sure you got those hips exactly where you want them. Get that stretch on the hamstring. Get that knee straight, and then rotate your ankle. Roll it around and reverse. It's different when you roll your ankle here because you have that back line stretched as opposed to if you were standing. All right, bend your knee. Let's take that knee across. Keep your left shoulder on the ground. Oh, there's the pop. There's the pop I was looking for. Take a breath in. Exhale, relax. Usually only happens on one side. I don't know what the deal is with that. And then if you'd like to go a little farther, you can go over and get that stretch. Try to be as relaxed as possible. If you want some slack in that right leg, that might be a little more comfortable, might be better for you. All right, bring it back home. Okay, go back to the right leg. Bring it up to the sky. Nice and straight. Point your toes slightly turned out because you want the glutes to work in the outside of your hamstring there. All right, so let's take the arms and open up the chest. Your head nice and long. Let's take the leg across the middle and open up around. 1, across, down, and up. Keep those hips steady. No rocking of the hips. Keep them as steady as you can as the leg moves about in space. 1 more in this direction. And reverse. And feel the platform again. Try to push your shoulders into the mat. Keep those ribs closed like we practiced earlier today. 1 more time. And that base leg is steady as well. All right, let's take a nice stretch. Pull that knee in towards your armpit. Stretch out that left leg and feel the stretch on the front part of your hips. All right, other side. Nice straight left leg up. Your knee is straight. Get it straight. Get the hips where you need them to be. And then let's go across your inline and around. Check out those knobby bits on the back of your hips and make sure that they're steady. Let's do 2 more. Nice open chest, no tension in your face. Reverse. Use the floor. Really see how much you can get into the floor to affect your movement. It feels good. It feels good to use the floor as leverage. All right, very nice. Let's bring the knee in, stretch it out, lengthen out that right leg. Both knees come in, rolling like a ball. So grab onto your legs wherever this works best for you. and curl up a lot. So I want to challenge you because I want you to keep your elbows wide without letting your shoulders roll forward. So can you do that? Can you bring your elbows out, make a frame, but make sure your chest stays nice and open. All right, that will be your challenge with the arms. Now grab on tight and roll up. So reset, make sure it's nice and wide. You're not down here against your body, but you're out a little bit wider. Shoulders stay down and open. Roll back and exhale, roll up. So that nice connection. Try to be even. Roll down and up. Imagine your spine, feel your spine, and you're going directly straight and back up. Let's do 2 more. Your biceps are bulging because you're pulling so much with your arms, and those legs are firm and tight. Last time, inhale and exhale, come up. Nice little victory thing here. In fact, get your spine as tall as you can as you're lifting, as tall as you can without putting your feet down. Get up a little more, scoop the stomach in to get a little more height, and then curl your body forward to look down at your navel. Arms strong, shoulders back, and let's go ahead and roll onto your back and ready for the stomach series. Right knee in, right hand, right ankle, left leg out, point your toe, pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. There you go. Keep it going. Try to get that oppositional reaching with your legs. Keep pushing your middle back into the floor to get your shoulder blades off the mat. Let's do 1 more each, finishing with your left. Now both knees come in. Everything's going to shoot out in opposite directions. Squeeze your inner thighs, point your toes, arms long like someone's pulling your arms. Exhale, swing it wide in, nice and tight. Inhale everything out. Holding your breath, pointing your toes, sucking your stomach in, long, long, long. Exhale, bring the arms in, curl up tight, elbows wide. 2 more, everything out. Pelvic floor muscles engaged, stomach even tighter. Exhale, bring it in. And we've got 1 more, let's go out. Fingers long, thumbs with your fingers, toes and fingers reaching farther away from each other. Exhale, bring it in, and rest your head. Let's take a breath or 2 to relax the neck, especially around the collarbone. Relax it, inhale. Exhale, relax. All right, that's just about enough resting. Let's bring your head back up. Right straight leg comes up, grab where you can. And before you switch, make sure that your other leg is straight and pointed. It's like an arrow, boink. And then this leg up here, you try to get it as straight as you can, point your toe. You're gonna pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. There you go. Keep trying to get up a little bit higher on your leg. Open your chest, point your toe, get a good stretch. If you want to touch the floor with your heel, that's a nice challenge to open up. But if that feels like it's taking you out of your element, then of course you don't need to do that. 1 more each, finishing with your left. And then bend your knees in, rest your head for a breath. We're in it now. All right, so put your hands behind your head, legs in tabletop, and then take a moment to open your chest by putting your elbows on the floor. Yep, open up, pull your head long. You're going to prepping yourself for the neck pull here in the next couple exercises. All right, so maintain this nice width of your elbows and curl your head up. Use your abs to curl your head up, not your neck. Extend your legs out, pelvis neutral. Let's go out and bring it back up. Yes, and out. Squeeze your bottom more. Feel the center of your body being powerful. It's your powerhouse, and that's what's pulling your legs up and down. Let's do 2 more. And bring them up. Give them way up to the sky, up to the sky. You don't want to stop until you get 90 degrees with straight legs. All right, bend your knees in, and let's rest. 1 breath in. Exhale, let it relax. Table, we call this one the crisscross. You're starting tabletop. Elbows wide, keep the elbows wide. And you're going to curl your head up first. Keep your left knee where it's at, and don't let those elbows come in. Keep them out wide. Extend your right leg, and then take your right armpit to your left knee. Left elbow touches the floor. Switch. Let's get that left armpit to right knee, but keep your elbows open. Switch. It's really hard to keep that upper elbow from curling in. Switch, but you can do it. Use the floor underneath you. Don't forget about the floor. Switch. Get that right armpit to left knee. Open the elbows. Curl up more. Switch. Last time, best one. Curl up. Open, open, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring back to center. Curl up as much as you can. More. Another inch, another inch. Hold it. 3. Elbows open. 2, 1. Bring it down. Okay. Let's take a stretch. Bring your arms up and actually protract the shoulder blades. So When we do the plank a little bit later today, this is well, there's the inverted plank here, right? You're on your back. So I want you to wrap your shoulder blades around your ribs and try to get your shoulder blades off the floor. Push your head a little bit in the ground as well. And that is your plank. So what else do we do in the plank? We tuck the bottom and we try to shorten the abs. So just a little foreshadowing there. All right, bring your arms behind for a nice stretch. And then roll up. Exhale, stretch. Now roll up is always a little more difficult than the other ones. The ones that became before it. All right, spine stretch forward. Just bring your legs out. And if the hamstrings are an issue, you can always bend the knees a little bit to get on your sit bones, but I do want you to get that lift. So if that is a barrier, which it is for me, at least it is this morning. So I'm gonna get my back up nice and lifted, bring your arms out in front. And before we even do any bending forward, we're gonna prime as much lift as we can. This is the real secret to the core. So pull the stomach in and up and allow that spine to get jacked up a little bit more, like chink, chink, chink. You're using those deep diaphragm muscles, the paraspinal muscles, to get you as tall as you can. And can you breathe naturally from that position? You're sucking your stomach in so much, but can you still get the breath that you need? And then let's go ahead and inhale, keep that lifting up, and then put your chin to your chest and push your chin in that chest plate and bend, exhale, bend over that scoop. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, roll back up. And let it go. Exhale, let everything drop. Now, pick it back up again. Inhale, maximize, and chin to your chest. Exhale, go forward. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Don't give up. Inhale, roll it back up. And then let it relax, right? Because we only do it for a brief period, so you can maximize it for what? About 5 seconds. Inhale, lift. And scoop over the top. Exhale, get it a little more over it. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, roll back up. And then drop it. One more time. Inhale, lift. Keep your feet flexed too. Up and over. Get it more. Lift up through your lower body and return. Exhale. Cool. Let's do open leg rocker. Just find your balance. Grab onto your ankles or your shins or whatever. Keep your back lifted. That's the first thing. You're going to pull in with your arms and push out with your legs to get tall, and then keep that opposition as you try to straighten out your leg. Right? You want to give yourself something to stretch out against. So if you're just sinking in your body, your leg, yes, it will go straighter, but it's not necessarily better, right? So better to have your knees slightly bent and lifting up as tall as you can through your spine. That spine stretch forward is still kind of happening there, that scoop. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. Make sure that you're even. Let's bring both legs out. Make sure there's enough room behind you for open leg rocker. So usually it's hard to keep grabbing where you did for the stretch. So for me, I got to grab a little bit lower there. Point your toes, find your still point here, nice and tall. Lift your body up as much as you can. Legs straight. Inhale, roll back, and exhale, roll up. Find your balance. Find that stopping point. Point your toes, scoop, roll back, and exhale, roll up. Tall, 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 and in, roll back, and exhale, roll up. 2 more times. Try to make it as clean as you can. And up. Know exactly when you need to slow down and when you need to speed up. And hold this last one to the top. Find your balance, grab where you can, get a little taller, point your toes. 3, 2, taller, 1. Bring your legs together, and then slowly bring yourself down to the ground. All right, let's do corkscrew. So we're gonna go back to that opening of the chest using your arms against the floor. This is one of the best things you can do, right? This is gonna teach you the posture, your best posture, because the floor is something you push against. It's also a barrier. So you push your arms and try to wrap your arms around into the floor, and that will give you this nice posture. Your head is long, so there's a temptation for the chin to lift up, so keep it where it's at. Let's go legs across to your right, over to your left, and bring it home. Reverse. Across to your left, over to your right, and bring it home. And again. Now, if you're feeling like you want to lift your butt up when your legs come to the top, then you can. Otherwise, just stay on the floor and maybe increase how big your legs go. Let's do one more each. Just make sure that you are finishing even. And then you can bend your knees in towards your body and rock side to side. Take one leg across. It's kind of nice to do this here, especially after that exercise. All those hip flexors were really working hard. Okay, cool. So let's move into the saw. Roll up. So we're gonna do the spine stretch forward with a twist. So your legs are out a little bit wider now, and your toes are pointed, or your ankles are flexed there, and your toes are reaching straight up to the sky. Bring your arms out to the side. Open up here, like you're trying to open some doors here. Open the doors all the way back, head back on top of your shoulders, lift your chest up, and let's twist, twist, twist to the right leg, and then try to take that left hand over and saw off that right baby toe. Let's go, 3, 2, 1, bring it back up, and untwist. Open the doors again, keep them open as you twist to the left, and try to take that right hand onto that left baby toe, 3, 2, 1, lift it back up. Let's talk about that scoop again. So get up tall with that scoop, and then keep that scoop as you twist. Keep the scoop, and then keep the scoop even though you're going over, and keep that left hip on the floor as you're twisting over that right leg. Come back up. Exhale to the center. Inhale, lift again. Flex your feet. Twist is your last one. Make it the best one. Use that right hip if you can to get over to the left foot. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. Hold steady here. Open the doors. Head on top of your shoulders. 5. Feet flex. 4. Scoop it up. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right, on your stomach. Man, that one, maybe one day that one will become easy for me. I'm going to keep practicing. All right, so let's start with the neck roll. Let's bring your arms out in front. And let's talk about the center. What do we need here? So first of all, in the center, you want to get your pubic bone up off of the ground. So you are trying to take those lower abs and pull them up towards your sternum. And then you'll get some assistance with your glutes. So if you flex your butt and try to tuck your tail under, you'll get the hips to rotate in that direction that's most beneficial. But you also have to pull your stomach in the upper part of your abs as well to create a little fulcrum there. Your arms will help design where that back bend is, and it also give you some resources to lengthen your spine. Now, for a little extra, if you can touch your heels together, then do that. If that feels too funky on your back, then just go where it feels kind of natural. All right, so shoulders are down your back. Get those lats engaged like you're going to crawl across the floor. Look across your right shoulder. Find your feet and stretch your eyes. And then roll your chin down across. Make it feel good. Get those neck muscles stretched out, looking way over to your left. Find your feet over there. Then look forward. And let's reverse to the left. And roll it down. Scoop your stomach in. Don't let go of the center. It's really easy to get lazy there. Over to your right. Look forward. Let's finish strong here with a nice scoop in. Scoop as strong as you can. Body long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly bring yourself down and sit back. Give yourself a counter stretch. Now I want you to breathe into your belly. Feel the expanding of your stomach push into your thigh bones. And that should give you a nice little relief and stretch in your lower back that you just contracted. There you go. Sit up on top of your ankles and let's move side to side there and get the ankles to stretch. One of the things I like to do, I don't know about you, but during the day, this gets tight here. And so a couple times during the day, I like to take my shoes off if I have shoes on and then sit like this to really open up the ankles. Because, you know, it's really hard to keep that pointing of the toe because we're usually standing a lot or in a chair and the feet are, you know, the ankles are flexed like this. All right, so let's go on to the hands and knees. And we're going to do, in lieu of the single leg kick, we're going to do the single leg stuff here, but on the hands and knees. So you're going to pull your stomach up away from the ground, and you have to keep that the whole time. And let's start with the right leg, and make sure you have clearance over to your side. You're going to bring your right leg up here first. All right, so I have the luxury of being able to see myself from the computer, but if you need to, you can look down at your leg, make sure your hips are even, and that your knee is not too low and it's not too high. Yeah, I highly doubt it's gonna be too high, but pull your stomach in, and let's extend the leg out straight. And imagine like you got an arm weight, but it's attached to your, like a dumbbell is attached to your Achilles tendon, and you're gonna pull that in. Let's do 3 of those. 1, keep your stomach pulled in, try to touch your butt. 2, and one more time. 3. Straighten out your leg. Now try to keep your hips even and then take your leg out to the side. And as you're starting to take your leg out to the side, slightly externally rotate your leg. So try to get your knee even and then bring it back. Just do 2 more of those. On out, and try to keep it as high as you can. Keep your stomach pulled in and up. Rotate your leg around. And one more time. Try to feel how this relates to your stomach. All those neighbors of the leg are having to work. And bring it back home, and then rest. Other side. And that really is the foundations of core work, is the neighbors. Right? So you're going to bend. Keep the stomach pulled in and up. So the more you bend your knee and the more that you keep your thigh, go out straight again, the more you keep your thigh high, the more the stomach is going to want to go to the floor. So don't let that happen. Keep the knee high, touch your butt with your heel, and pull your stomach in. One more time. And stretch out that leg, but then when you come in, you're curling. Keep your head from dipping. All right, straighten it out. All right, reset, pull it up, and then take your leg out to the side. Get it out to the side as much as you can and bring it back. Always check in with your center first. Again, if you stay engaged in your stomach, that scoop, everything else gets a nice oppositional workout. And one more time. It's all about feeling this in your hips and your stomach. All right, and bring that leg down. All right, go back to the leg. Let's do one more thing here. You're going to take your leg out here. Let's go ahead and bend it. Flex the ankle so you can balance your drink on your foot. And you're going to push that heel up to the ceiling more without letting your stomach drop. And bring it down. Save the best for the last. And push it up. And let's do one more. Push it up. Keep the stomach strong and leave it. Leave it up to the sky. Keep pushing. Bend your knee a little bit more to get a little more stretch through your thigh. Keep pulling your stomach in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. That should get your butt working. All right, let's bend the knee. Get your drink and push it up. And down. Again, really feel like you're connected to the ceiling and you're pushing the ceiling up, pushing it up. Get the heel closer to your butt. And one more time. Strong through your arms. Protract those shoulder blades like we discussed when we were laying on our back. And bring it up to the sky there. Push it up there. Stomach pulls up. You got that big hand finger thing pushing up against your stomach. And you're trying to push a little higher. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, let's lay on to the stomach. Get ready for the double leg kick. So you're going to turn to the side for this one. And put your hands up your back and let your elbows go to the floor. And this is quite a big twist on your neck. So there might be some guarding. So I want you to take a breath in. And on your exhale, let your body relax. And reposition your head any way you need to balance on your jaw there where it feels comfortable enough, like you could really let your body suspend in this position. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pull the stomach in and up. So this is a cool reference too, because now you're against the floor. You're going to feel how your diaphragm leaves the floor by scooping, right? Your skin and your stomach probably will stay on the floor, but you're still trying to pull your diaphragm up off of the ground. Okay, now flex your butt. With both legs at your knee, kick 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Extend your arms out behind you. If you'd like to clasp your thumbs, you can. But open your chest either way and keep your butt flexed and try to get your pubic bone off the floor as much as you can. And your arms are high. Open your chest, reach your arms long, and switch. Let's turn your head. Let's take a moment to rest into this. Find that balance. Let gravity stretch you out. Nice breathing here. Inhale. Exhale, melt into the ground, release all your muscles. Now pick your diaphragm up off the floor, flex your butt. Let's kick. 1, 2, 3. Extend your arms up behind. If you can clasp your thumbs or your fingers, that will give you something to pull against, to open your chest, keep your ribs closed, your feet on the floor, open, and then take your hands out in front of you. Gently place them on the ground underneath your shoulders. Keep those back muscles involved. Now that your hands are on the ground, you can lengthen your spine a little bit more, but then increase your range of motion by squeezing your butt, pulling your stomach in, and using your arms as a tool to help you get just a little bit more length, and your back muscles are responsible for the bigger back bend. And choose somewhere on your back
to make that bend happen. Maybe somewhere right below your shoulder blades, and squeeze your shoulder blades together, but don't let your ribs go. 5, 4, squeeze your bottom. 3, 2, 1, sit back. Give yourself a well-deserved stretch there. Stretch, move side to side. That feels good. There's a little bonus here. So stay where you're at with your legs, but you're going to walk your hands over on your right side. So you're reaching kind of from your knee on out 45 degrees, and then stretch that left side. Breathe in that left side, stretch out the left lat. You can kind of turn, rotate your spine. Gives you a little stretch there. Okay, walk over to the other side. Stretching out that right side. Wonderful. Okay, let's flip onto your bottom. Let's get ready for the neck pull. All right, so staying seated. Feet are about a hip width apart. Flex your ankles. Toes reaching straight up to the ceiling. Now, so this one, if the roll up is hard, this one's going to be even more difficult. So you can always put your hands here, but the neck pull here, what I like about it is it gives you this extra connection. So you put your hands behind your head and you push your head into your hands, and hopefully that lets your shoulders just melt down your back. And then that connection, your hands are helping you assist lifting your spine up a little bit more. Your sit bones pushing into the floor to get a little extra. Keep your feet flexed. You're going to hinge back, I don't know, about 2 or 3 inches, and then you're going to suck your stomach in like you got hit in the stomach, and that should roll your hips under to roll yourself all the rest of the way down. Your legs should never pop up off the floor. As you come up, you're going to round up. So you're going to immediately curl into your body. Keep your elbows wide if you can, and place the top of your head onto your lap. Bounce. 1, 2, 3. Come back up. Flex your feet. Push your feet against the wall in front of you, and your hinge, get tall as you can. Hinging back, and then suck the stomach in and roll down. Let's do 3 more of those. Roll up and bounce. 1, 2, get a good stretch. Scoop your stomach in. Come back up. How wide can you get your shoulders? How connected can you get to your hands, to your head? And hinge, 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 and roll down. 2 more. Roll up. Rolling your body. Top of your head, your lap. You should be a little farther this time. 2, 3. Roll it back up. Be easy in your shoulders. Connect, hinge. Push your legs, and then roll down. 1 more time. And roll up. And let's go 1, dive over. 2, 3, stack the spine. Legs are as long as you can. Hinging, and then roll it down. All right, let's move into some bridge action. So let's bend your knees. All right, so a little extra thing you can throw in there if your wrist can do it. You're gonna curl your bottom up, just like we normally do. Actually, let's go back down. Let's start a little more intentional. All right, so first scooping the stomach down and in. That should naturally feel you tuck a little bit. And then squeeze your bottom. And then start to use your glutes and your legs to curl your hips. And then slowly, one piece at a time, you should already be feeling a stretch to the front part of your hips as you bring it up, or maybe your quads, wherever you might be tight there. Now, if you're able, you put your elbows kind of underneath your body and lift your hips up enough to sneak your hands underneath your hips. If you cannot keep your abs engaged and it takes you out of your element, then don't do that. It's just something that eventually you might want to work into. You want your feet to be flat on the floor. So if you're using your hands, great. If not, great. But either way, you're going to pick up your right leg. You're going to kick up, point it, flex, bring it down. Again, kick up, flex, bring it down, point, kick up, and flex, bring it down, and switch. Other side. Left leg points, kick up, keep your abs strong, and kick up. Dig that bottom leg in the floor. Feel your glutes and your hamstring work up and down. And then feet on the floor. And then release your hands if you were there and roll yourself down. All the way to release. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and take your legs out straight and roll up. We're going to get ready for spine twist. And rolling up Give yourself a stretch. All right, legs stay together and flex your feet. Spine twist. All right, so with this, you're bringing your arms out to the side. Once again, if you want to bend your knees, get on your sit bones some more, you can. So I really want you to dig those sit bones in. This is going to be the hallmark of this exercise. So as you are, well, before we twist, feel those sit bones. Imagine those are your new feet. And as you start to twist to your right, use the feet. You're twisting because you're using your sit bones. You're scooping to lift your spine and twist, 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 and return. Arms stay open as much as you can. Let's do it again. Twisting from your new feet, those sit bones, get those pelvic floor muscles to initiate this twist, and return. Your arms and your head know what to do. They're just along for the ride as the lower body is twerking this motion. And return, exhale. Last time. Twisting, open those arms and reach your fingers away from each other. Twist low, and return, and exhale, relax. All right, let's get into the jackknife. So the jackknife has many variations because it's not an easy exercise. So let's start with what the full thing looks like, and then I'll give you some variations. So the jackknife, his legs are straight. You're rolling back over the top of your shoulders, lifting your legs, and rolling down. Okay, the next step down from that, I'd say, is probably keeping your legs slightly bent and just trying to practice to roll up onto your shoulders and rolling down, or finding a place where you can eventually straighten your legs. The other version of this, it might be starting off, if it's hard to do that, is to bring your arms behind you for a counterbalance, and then having some variation of the leg to the straighter bent and rolling your body up this way and lifting your legs up. Hopefully you're practicing at this point, whatever version works for you. And then I guess the lastly, if you're still practicing this, the rolling like a ball is how you would maybe get to comfortable being on your shoulders, because you want to be able to get on your shoulders and stall, right? Because transferring that over is what the jackknife really is all about. So whatever version you're doing here, let's wrap it up. Let's do one more. Lifting up and down. Cool. All right, let's move into side kicks. Two options for you. Standard and ouch. I nicknamed it ouch. No, it's just you can come up, you can bring your hip up off the floor. All right, so if you bring up your hip off the floor, probably best if your bottom leg is bent and a little bit closer so you can get the shortness of this side. Otherwise, you just do it normally, which is laying your hip is on the ground. Okay, so let's start with the top leg hip height. And if you are in this top position, you can do whatever you want with your hand, your top hand. You can keep it on your hip. You can put it behind your head. All right, so whatever feels good. However, don't sink through here. Let's go to the front and bring it to the back. And front and back. Feel the floor. Use the floor. Front and back. Two more. Front, back. Try to keep the side off the floor, wood. And back and hold it. Try to keep your hips level and extend from there. 3, a little higher. 2, 1, bring it home. All right, let's kick up and down. 5 of these. And kick up and down. Stay strong on that shoulder. Kick up and down. Balancing a drink on your left shoulder and up and down. Let's do small circles. 1, 2, point up. 3, 4, 5, reverse. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so if you're up on your hip, actually bring it down now. And we're going to do the bridge. So you're going to kick your leg up and bring it in front and pick up that bottom leg and do circles. 1, 2, bigger. 3, 4, 5, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, now let's go ahead and do the big circle. So the grand rond de jambe. Let's kick to the front. Up, open around to the back. Again, front. Open around longer. Get it. Get those hips to open up. Open it up. Should feel nice. And reverse. And back. It's all relative, I guess.
and push it back, up, over, around, and one more time, push it back, up, over, around, and then bring it home. And this is your nice little thigh stretch. Grab onto the back of the front of the ankle there, scoop your stomach in and tuck your bottom under, stretch out the thigh, 3, 2, 1, onto your stomach, transition beats. All right, make these ones count. So don't do it from your lower back, do it from your glutes and your hams. So head onto your hands and pick up your thighs off the ground with your butt muscles, not your back muscles. Scoop your stomach in so much, and let's open bigger than your shoulders 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze your bottom. 8, 7, 6. Higher. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your legs together. Let's do a bonus. Let's slowly open at the count of 8. Slowly open. 8, 7, 6, 5. Scoop your stomach in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Touch on 1. All right, other side. That is a great way to get those muscles working. All right. Whatever position you're going to get in, if you're propping yourself up, prop yourself up. And let's pick the top leg, and let's go front and back and front and back and front and back and front. Hold back, balancing your hips, a little higher for the leg, reach a little farther away, and then bring it home. Let's kick up and down, and kick up and down, and kick up, down, and one more time, and kick up and down, and circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. Check back in at that lower side. Use the floor. Shorten that left side. Good. Let's come down and do the bridge. Kick up and grab onto your ankle. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1. Lengthen your spine. Trying to look at your legs if you can help it. 4, 5. And grand rond de jambe. Kick your leg out to the side. Kick it out front. Up. Open around to the back. Again to the front. Up. Open longer. Last time. Swoop it. And to the back. And reverse. Over around. Minimal movement of your hips. You can imagine the drink being here on your hip. Making adjustments as necessary. One more time. Yes, and get that nice stretch. So just grab onto the foot, lengthen your spine. Should feel good. Stretch it out. Scoop your bottom under. 3, 2, 1, and good. All right, so a little different ending today. So we're going to start or end the same way we started. So you're going to lay on your back. Let's go ahead and keep the knees bent for this one, but widen your feet out. So not your feet together. I want your legs to be, your feet to be just wide enough that you don't feel like you got to use a lot of effort to keep your knees from falling to the floor. All right, so now let's just do some mindful breathing. Inhale. With your exhale, let your body be held and sink into the floor here. This is an opportunity here for you to let go of any muscles or any tension in your body that is still there, or things that came in to the workout today from either sleeping or other stressors, or the stressors that you created intentionally during your workout today. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're letting the floor hold it with your breathing. So let's do a body scan. Let's start from the legs, right? So your legs are going to be a little bit of effort there because you don't want your legs to fall in or fall open. So there's just a little bit of balancing there. Should be minimal. And then go into your hips and make sure that your hips are neutral and you are not somehow involuntarily clenching anywhere. So the pelvic floor muscles sometimes can be a little secretive that way. They can really kind of be holding and you don't even know it. So you just want to make sure that they're relaxed there. Your stomach really now relaxed onto your spine. No effort, just letting it sit there. Moving on up the spine there, the ribs comfortably laying on the floor, maybe even, maybe not.
Don't need to necessarily make any adjustments. You're just noticing. Shoulder blades, kind of feeling those on the floor. Hopefully it gives you an idea of the shape, the size. And then right there at the neck, you should have a little bit of space there. Shouldn't be touching the ground. But right there at the base of your skull would be the next point of contact. And your head and your jaw and your eyes are all resting, your tongue, all resting as you're taking these nice, nourishing, full breaths in and full breaths out. All right, that is it.